East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, well, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup, as it'll be the New York Giants and themselves. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position.
At their own 39-yard line.
Money up to a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got rich, bro, coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 60 boxes.
Right to the air goes Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Come on, set.
Throwing, Dart. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Throwing his Dart. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And the Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First down, here's Scatteroo. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Giants.
Looking to throw, Dart. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On play action, here's Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
A loss of 5.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Trap 60.
Here's Dart. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's going to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. Take go.
On the ground, it's Scatteroo to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the boots right now, the scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
They'll stay on the ground with Scattermove. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Throwing his dart. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw his dart. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Nice throw there by the rookie from Ole Miss. And he's got his guys a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Here's Dart. He'll try to do it himself. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now Dart. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Dart. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Off the bootleg, it's Dart, pushing his way through. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Let's go.
An inside run with Scatterbury. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
That's complete. It's Nagels. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Dart. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Theo Johnson, 31 yards. And the Giants are once again back in front. Well, Charles, that's a great response drive from the rookie quarterback. Remember, threw the pick on the previous possession. Here, he's able to lead him down and throw it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I know from the draft analysis that this is exactly why this team wanted to take this young man. They thought his ability to bounce back from mistakes and quickly turn them into positives, that was something they wanted on their team, and we just saw evidence of it right there. This young man doesn't let anything get to him, and he finds a way to come back big.
Take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Brings up second.
Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 35-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
To the air, Dart. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
The lessons will continue for this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
At the 46-yard line.
19,
To throw, Dart. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, Dart. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
First down. A gain of 15. And the Giants first down.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. To the air once more is Dart. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Abdul Carter. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That one taken in by Neighbors. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That's another Giants first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
And once again, it's Scatterbury. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. To throw now, Dart. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go. Hawk 70, go.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. In motion right is Robinson. Here's Dart once more. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Dart going to look to throw here. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Dart to throw on fourth down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Giants first down.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Let's go.
Scatterboo. Looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This is third and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. He'll try again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal. This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. They'll try and throw for him. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Throwing, Dart. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 48.
Throwing his Dart. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up.
Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Dart going to give to Scatterboo. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
This is caught by Robinson. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
He's back to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here it is, 4th and goal. They'll go. Here's Dart. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Neighbors from 8 yards out. And the Giants have taken a 4th quarter lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
They'll look to throw. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Here comes 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
On 4th down, here's Dart. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Gano's kick is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This ball intercepted across midfield. And the Giants are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.